Hey family, it's Dr. Dez here with another episode of the Bowtie Chronicles. This series that we're in right now is about changing the narrative in your life, right? And so we've already talked about being codependent. We've talked about changing some things about yourself, at least doing the inventory so that you can determine where you are, so you can realize the changes that need to be made in your life. So here's one of those things for you to be mindful of, and that is setting boundaries. Right? Boundaries can be defined as the limits that we set with other people based upon how we want to be treated, right? It's based upon sharing with them what we want to indicate as what is acceptable and unacceptable in the relationships that we want to maintain, in how people treat us, how individuals act toward us. So when you talk about setting boundaries, it's important, one, that you realize you are worthy of setting boundaries as to how people will treat you. Setting boundaries is a way of caring for myself. It doesn't make me mean, selfish, or uncaring because I don't do things your way. The truth is, I care about me too. So when you're looking at setting boundaries, it's important that you take the perspective that I want to teach you how to treat me so that you will know how to love me, how to treat me, how to engage with me on a regular basis that is both supportive of your lifestyle as well as supportive of my lifestyle. You have to know that your intellectual worth and boundaries, it simply means that you're entitled to your own thoughts, your opinions, as well as others. Your emotional worth. So you can create those boundaries for your emotional self. You're entitled to your own feelings to be given in any given situation, just like others are. Your physical worth and the boundaries therein. You're entitled to your own space, however wide it may be, just as others are entitled to their space. When you look at your social boundaries, your social worth and those boundaries that you create, it simply means you're entitled to your own friends and to pursuing your own social activities just as others are. And of course, your spiritual boundaries, your spiritual worth and boundaries, you're entitled to your own spiritual beliefs, just as others are entitled to their own spiritual beliefs. One of the things that's important to us as we establish our boundaries, it's about learning to love ourselves. There's nothing wrong with loving others, but you've got to learn how to love yourself. You've got to love yourself enough to set boundaries. Your time and your energy are precious. You get to choose how you use it. You teach other people how to treat you by deciding what you will and won't accept. So it's important that you establish healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can pursue the relationships that you want, teach people how to love you. And I think that that's one of the best things that you can possibly do. Teach people that you have boundaries. And when individuals overstep those boundaries, you have no problem with letting them know, no, I'm not comfortable with this. Well, I choose to do it this way. I recognize that you have a way of doing things, but I want to do things my way. And here's just a little piece on boundaries. I allow myself to set healthy boundaries, to say no to what does not align with my personal values, to say yes to what does align with my values. Boundaries assist me to remain healthy, honest, and living a life that is true to me. So as we talk about changing the narrative, it's important that you set these boundaries. It's important that you don't support codependent relationships, those toxic relationships that keep you unbalanced. So part of changing the narrative is doing that personal assessment to make sure that you are living a healthy lifestyle, that you are doing those things that will promote excellence for you. And your excellence does not have to align with everybody else's excellence. It's about you doing those things that are important to you, you connecting to your passion, you connecting to your power so that you can continue to move forward and be productive. And as you move forward and you are productive, you're actually showing others, you're providing a roadmap so that others can follow, so that they can also be healthy and productive. So don't be afraid to set boundaries. Be courageous. Look at yourself and say, I am worth setting these boundaries. And part of setting those boundaries is being true to yourself, recognizing what is and what is not acceptable, and being courageous enough to share it with others. It doesn't mean that you're being mean. It doesn't mean that you're being selfish. What it means is that you love yourself enough to give yourself the opportunity to be strong when you need to be strong, to be weak when you need to be weak, and allow others to do the same in the spaces in which they live. So if you need some support as you continue to move forward and you look at these boundaries, remember, I allow myself to set healthy boundaries, to say no to what does not align with my values, to say yes to what does. Boundaries assist me to remain healthy, honest, and living a life that is true to me. If you're ready to engage in this courageous journey wherein you're going to be true to yourself and you need some supports, please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach me at Dr. Daniel at motivatingfactor.org. We look forward to speaking with you. Thanks for tuning in to Motivational Monday, Bowtie Chronicles. Until we meet again, be encouraged.